Alright, so showing off this deck. It's not exactly new. I've been playing with this one for a while. But let me show you this. I kind of call it Rock Legends, but it's just a basic rock. It is a rock element deck where it mainly focuses around Triamid and Fossil Fusion. Which, if you don't know what Fossil Fusion is, well, yeah, I'll explain. Fossil Fusion is just basically a bunch of summon monsters. Oh my god, my thought process is really bad today. Sorry. So fossil monsters are mainly fusion based, where you just play Fossil Fusion by banishing one of your opponent's cards from their graveyard, and you banish one from your graveyard, and you essentially get one of the fossil monsters that do quite a bit. So as we start, we have Fossil Warrior Skullbone, which this guy can do 2 attacks. And if he's in the graveyard, I can banish him, and I can pull Time Stream, which Time Stream, basically I can target one Fossil Fusion monster I control, tribute it, and if I do, special summon a Fossil Fusion monster from the extra deck who basically is 2 levels higher. So essentially I level up to a bigger Fossil Fusion monster. So from 4 to 6, from 6 to 8, and generally I stop at 8. I don't think there's any other Fossil Fusion monsters out at the moment. Although I wouldn't be surprised if they made new ones, or maybe there's others that haven't made it to MasterDuel yet. So then we have Fossil Fusion Dragon Skullgar, which if it attacks it, it does piercing damage. Piercing damage is, it does damage if it destroys a defense position monster. And then I can also banish this and add one Fossil Fusion from my deck to my hand. So essentially I can do Fossil Fusion again in case it gets destroyed. Then we have Fossil Machine Skull Buggy, which when it destroys an opponent's monster by battle, I get to inflict 600 points of damage. And I can also banish this to add one monster from my deck to my hand that mentions Fossil Fusion. Then we have probably one of the better. Then we have what gets into the better ones, Skull Knight. And if he does piercing damage, and when he destroys a monster by battle, I can also do another attack. Then I could also banish this. If he's in the graveyard, I can banish it and target one monster on the field and destroy it. So that basically gives me another Fossil Fusion. Basically gives me another Fossil Fusion target. Then we have Fossil Machine Skull Wagon, which it can do 2 attacks. Do 2 attacks on monsters during the battle phase. When it destroys a monster, I do 800 points of damage. I can banish this and target one spell or trap on the field and destroy it. And then we have probably the best one, arguably the best Fossil Fusion monster of the Fossil Fusion set, which is Warrior Skull King. It has double attack, it does piercing damage, and during my opponent's turn, I have a quick effect of targeting one monster in the graveyard. I discard one card, and if I do, I get to special summon that monster to my side of the field. And then we have pretty much, I kind of call this the OTK guy because, well, especially in this deck, if I have the right situation, it can very much be an OTK depending on the situation. So before damage calculation, when it battles an opponent's monster, I can switch the current attack and defense of that monster until the end of the damage step. It does piercing damage if it battles an opponent's monster. Any battle damage it inflicts to your opponent to the opponent is doubled. I'll explain why this guy has OTK potential in a second. Then we have Fossil Machine Skull Convoy, which is basically all monsters my opponents control loses attack equal to their original defense. This guy can do 3 attacks on monsters during battle, and when it destroys an opponent's monster by battle, I can inflict 1,000 points of damage to my opponent. So yeah, Fossil Fusion is pretty great. Now, to explain Triamid. Triamids are pretty much based on their field spells, which is Triamid King Golem, Triamid Cruiser, Triamid Fortress. And essentially what Triamids do is you pretty much flip through these field spells interchangeably. They end up getting sent to the graveyard. You can pull out a different Triamid field spell in its place. So starting with Triamid Fortress, all rock type monsters gain 500 defense points. Triamid monsters on the field cannot be destroyed by card effects. And if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, I can target one Triamid monster in my graveyard and add it to my hand. And then we have Triamid Cruiser. Each time a rock type monster is normal summoned, gain 500 life points. If a Triamid monster is normal summon, you also get to draw another card, then discard a card. If it's sent from the field to the graveyard, I can add one Triamid monster from the deck to my hand. Then there's also Triamid King Golem, which all rock type monsters on the field gain 500 attack. And if a Triamid monster I control opponent's cards and if a Triamid monster battles, opponent's cards and effects cannot be activated until the end of the damage step, but that's only with Triamid monsters. If this face-up card on the field is sent to the graveyard, I can special summon one Triamid monster from my hand. So yeah. So this will basically boost all rock type monsters by 500. So this guy goes to 4,000, and because it can switch attack and defense, it has a huge potential of just basically attacking something with 0 attack and defense, with like a 0 defense or a 0 attack, and it does happen. This was this deck before I made changes and just decided to make it Triamid and Fossil Fusion. Before it was actually Triamid, Adamancipator, and Fossil Fusion. But the Adamancipators really made this deck inconsistent. I could still throw it in, like get rid of Exod, get rid of Mega Rock, get rid of Neospatian Grand Mole, and throw in some more Adamancipator cards. But I'd rather keep it like this for now until I decide something else. So we have Miracle Rupture, which also helps for Fossil Fusion, which basically helps for Fossil Fusion, because I need rock monsters in my graveyard in order to use Fossil Fusion, because I need something on my opponent's graveyard, preferably a high level monster, and then I just need a rock monster in my graveyard. Like banish both, boom, there I go. Specimen Inspection is the method to get my opponent to discard something from their deck into the graveyard, and I can just be like, all right, I call a type, I call a level. If one of those matches, that gets sent. sent to the graveyard. Thus, it will end up being my Fossil Fusion target, and hopefully I can go for one of the big guys. Now, to further explain Triamid Dancer, I can target one Triamid card in the graveyard and shuffle it back into the deck, and if I do, all rock type monsters I control gain 500 attack and defense. So that's even more power. And once during my opponent's turn, I can target one Triamid field spell card in the field zone and send it to the graveyard, and then I can activate one field spell card from my deck with a different name. It's a quick effect. So yeah, that's essentially how Triamids work. By the monsters, you're able to switch out the field spells. Then we have Triamid Hunter, which if a field spell is face up on the field, I can actually normal summon another rock type monster. It's like I get an extra normal summon. This doesn't avoid Nibiru, because now if you're thinking that, oh, I can avoid Nibiru with this, you can't, because Nibiru, if I recall right, and why is it not in this deck? Why is that not in the deck? Probably had to take it out for an event. Nibiru is whenever it's normal or special summon up to 5 times. Whenever the opponent normal or special summons up to 5 times. So this does not avoid Nibiru. This is not a Nibiru dodge. But if cards are played right, it can be a fossil, like that can be some Fossil Fusion fodder on the table. You never know. So let's see what else we have here. We have Triamid Master, which once per turn I can send one Triamid card I control to the graveyard, then target one set card on the field and destroy it. So this guy is basically the back row remover. And then I can also switch out the Triamid field spell. And then for added support, we have Triamid Loading. So whenever I add a whenever I activate a Triamid field spell, I can add a Triamid spell or trap from my deck to my hand, except for loading. And if a face-up rock monster I control is destroyed by battle or opponent's card effect, I can special summon one Triamid monster with a different name from my deck. So that goes into our big guy here, Triamid Sphinx, which cannot be normal summoned or set. Must be special summoned by the effect of a Triamid card and cannot be special summoned in any other ways. If a face-up Triamid card or cards I control except for Sphinx is destroyed by battle or card effect, I can special summon this guy from my hand. While I control another Triamid card, this card gains 500 attack and defense for each field spell of a different name in my graveyard. Also, monsters my opponent control cannot attack except to attack Triamid Sphinx. So basically this guy is a magnet towards it. And usually by the time Triamid Sphinx comes out, most of the time, there's already a bunch of field spells in the graveyard. The only detriment, but also very much needed, is Triamid Pulse. I can banish 2 cards from my graveyard, any combination of rock type monsters or field spell cards, and activate one of these effects. Target one face-up card on the field, destroy it. Target one monster in my graveyard, special summon it in defense position. Target up to 3 field spells in my graveyard and shuffle them back into the deck and then draw a card. Then we obviously have Infinite Impermanence, Solemn Judgment. And I also have Soul of Silver Mountain as a bit of support, XC support. which I can detach. I can detach a card. Target one back row, and they can't activate it while this card's face up. Destroys a monster by battle, which it probably won't due to its attack power. I can target one earth monster in my graveyard and special summon it and face up defense. And then I also have Gorgonic Guardian as XE support, which once during the turn I can detach. Target one face up monster my opponent controls, its attack becomes 0, and if it does, its effects are negated. So yeah, as I said, this guy with the Gorgonic Guardian with Skolgios, I can essentially get a potential OTK depending on how things go. Or I could just essentially turn things around and win the duel. One way or another, it can happen. That is this, but I don't like basing my decks off of OTK. I just like them. I'm just mentioning that I have an OTK potential. Oh yeah, this is the deck. So it's kind of gonna be a bit easy, I think, to go up against Blue Eyes, because Blue Eyes, I already know what Blue Eyes has, and I already know what I can call out, going first and or second. First off, we'll activate Triamid Noting. We'll set Solemn Judgment. Unfortunately, I didn't get a field spell. But I do have Triamid Sphinx in my hand, so I do have some kind of defense. We won't activate it on that. We'll let him draw. So he must, so the AI must have, yeah, Chaos Form in it. I'm going to pay half my life points and negate this summoning. Because I don't think I can negate it once it hits the field. Alright. Got Triamid Fortress. Activate Triamid Fortress. This allowed. Now I'm allowed to activate. I will pull. I don't have any Triamid monsters in my graveyard yet. I do. Let me add. I'll add Triamid Pulse. Set. Let's activate my field spell. And I will get my track active. So we won't use the trap effect. Alright, so now we'll add Triamid Cruiser. So I'm going to summon back my life points. I want to get it destroyed. All right, let's add Triamid Dancer. Let's put Dancer in our hand. And we'll summon actually this might be enough to kill. Let's put this back in. Yeah, that's enough to kill. I didn't even get to use my I didn't really get to use the full potential here. I'm trying to remember what this deck loses to. Yeah, essentially, well, pretty much, yeah, it loses to Ash Blossom for the most part. Or it gets really slowed down by Ash Blossom. Alright, let's activate Miracle Rupture. And I'm going to send to the graveyard. Weathering Soldier. We'll activate the effect of Weathering Soldier. And I'm going to add Specimen Inspection. We're going to activate Specimen Inspection. So, see, I have a Fossil Fusion in here. I'm going to send Sentry Soldier of Stone to the graveyard. And I think that you have Dragon type in your deck. And I think they are level 8. So he sends a level 8 dragon to his graveyard. This allows me to this essentially allows me to activate Fossil Fusion. I wish I put a Triamid card in there, but that's fine. I'll summon Triamid Dancer. I will activate Fossil Fusion. And we're going to get... what did you send? Well, you don't have any other monsters in graveyard. So I'm going to special summon. I'm going to go for Skullgios by banishing that Blue Eyes, and we're going to get rid of Weathering Soldier. I'm going to activate the effect of Sentry Soldier of Stone to have it in defense position. which allows me special summon, which I will now exceed summon. Hold on. In defense, Organic Guardian. I'm going to activate it by discarding, by simply discarding Entry Soldier of Stone. I'm going to bring this monster's attack power down to 0. I can't kill because I summoned you in... I can't kill because I summoned you in defense mode. But this is gonna hurt. Ah! Mirror Force. Of course. So I'll activate Fossil Fusion in my graveyard. Pull it back. I could do it again. To be honest, I could do it again. He's probably gonna go, because he's probably gonna go for freaking Blue Eyes again. Oh, Chaos again. So why don't we pull? I hate to banish those two, but you forced me to get the other guy out. And now let's end. Defense. Going to activate its effect to change the attack of a monster by getting rid of this. Because I did that. Oh yeah. I get to destroy a monster with 0 attack on the field. Then I get to activate this, returning Triamid Dancer to my deck. Attack, attack, and we attack. I'll be taking his Blue Eyes here. I know you can summon. I don't have a... Well, actually, you know what I'll do? You're gonna activate the effect to get a blue eyes. I'm going to activate it. I'm going to activate your own blue eyes to destroy this. Then I'm going to shuffle Triamid Sphinx back into the deck. And die. So that's against a typical blue eyes deck. And as I've said before, these decks are mainly because they're consistent. That's the reason why I show it off against these decks. It's mainly because these are consistent. Like, they get out their engine and everything that they're supposed to do. And also, like, these are still commonly used. Ooh, this is a very bad. So we'll just set this. I never drawn all three of these at once. Give him bait. Might as well give him a target. What? That's weird. Magician of Dark Illusion. During your opponent's turn, if you activate a spell or trap, card, it's something special on this card from your hand. If you activate a spell or trap card while this card is face up on the field, you can target one Dark Magician in your graveyard, special summon it. This effect. I'll activate Weathering Soldier's effect. And I will grab Fossil Fusion. Let's see. It might be best to activate Infinite Imperm now. So we can't activate whatever this is. Yeah, let's activate Infinite Imperm now. So I at least get these two knocked out. Then I will activate Triamid Cruiser. We'll activate Fossil Fusion. And we will get... What is in your graveyard, sir? Discard one. Yeah, I could afford to discard one. So I'll get rid of Dark Magician and my Weathering Soldier. And I will summon Soul King. And then I will attack. I'm going to activate, and I will target Palladium. This might have been a mistake. Maybe I should have waited, but I now have this. We'll activate Triamid Fortress. I get to activate Triamid Cruiser in the graveyard. This allows me to add Triamid Dancer to my hand. Then I will summon Triamid Dancer. Activate Triamid Dancer's effect. Sending Triamid Cruiser back into my deck. And die. Yes, feel sad. Feel ashamed. Feel ashamed. Cursed Dark Magician deck. I don't know if anybody else thought of Triamid and Fossil Fusion before. Like, it's something I came up with on my own. The only reason I got interested in Triamid is because it was a deck that was beating me in Link Evolution, and I was like, "Why is this beating me? Like this can't, like this shouldn't be right." So I took a bit of interest in it. Like I took note of it, and then I started coming across Fossil Fusion cards in this game, and I was like, "Oh, interesting." And I wanted to build myself a rock type deck, and here we are. I wish I could special summon. But this might work. No. Well. Won't be able to. Considering the monsters, I won't really be... Oh, actually, I can get something pretty big. I can get something pretty big. Because you put a level 7 in there! Do I want to go for the big guy? Now let's go for Skull Convoy. Get rid of this, and then I'll get rid of this. Which, by the way, because I just destroyed a monster with it, take 1,000 points. Probably not my smartest move. I probably should have went for the king again, or for Warrior King. He's gonna vanish. Yep. This is why I hate Dark Magician. It does too much. I should have got gold. That's what I should have done. Because I got banished, I can't even use the effect. I can't even use specimen inspection. Yeah, I died. Because I got cheeky. Check Dex. That's a new thing. That's new. I didn't know you could do that. That must have been added with the update. Alright. Alright, I won't pull. I flexed too hard. I admit, I flexed a bit too hard. And I got banished for it. That's an idea. Because he's gonna go for banishing, so. Pyramid King Golem. Pyramid Hunter. Skull Knight. Oh, I mean Shell Knight. Activate Shell Knight. You take 500 points of damage because he got shifted to defense. I'm going to attack with Hunter. You can't activate anything because you can't activate anything until the end of the damage step because of King Golem. I'm going to switch out field spells with Fortress, and then I'm going to activate King Golem's effect. And I get to special summon another monster. I'm gonna call a Silver Mountain. I'm going to act detach Pyramid Hunter. I'm going to destroy this one. Oh my god, it delayed? Oh wait, you can't activate that one. Nope. In turn, he's gonna banish me. Or not. Activate Triamid loading. Let's activate. No, don't really have anything to attack with, and he still has that on the. Patch this, and on the gate this one. I'll prevent you from using that one. So he just basically, I don't even think he can. Can you even do anything? Oh, there's Eternal Soul. So what do you banish? Yep. So now you can activate your Oh, you can't attack though. But I do have Triamid Pulse now, so getting down to the nitty gritty now. Yeah, we're gonna use it. I'm going to get rid of Triamid Hunter, and I'm going to get rid of Triamid King Golem. And goodbye Eternal Soul. I mean, goodbye Dark Magic Circle. Actually, I should have got rid of Eternal Soul. God, I made a mistake. I made a mistake on that one. God, I'm making mistakes on this one. I shouldn't be making mistakes. I meant to hit the other one and I just wasn't thinking about it. Wait, what the heck? Why is it showing as a blank card, though? See this? Why is it showing like blank? Alright. Prevent you from activating that. Get rid of this stupid rod. God, I hate that. Oh, of course. Yeah, it's also why I hate Dark Magician, because it's like Dark Magician just has all this stupid support that makes no sense. I remember. Whoa, whoa, whoa! I should have added Sphinx, but it's fine. Oh. So he gets to come to it. Alright, let's return. I need to get him destroyed. Got some decent stuff in there. Level 7 or higher. Oh, I have Nibiru in the graveyard. I really hate to do this, considering what I pulled. What's he got in there? Doesn't really have anything of note yet. What did I pull? Right, Sphinx. Alright, I'm gonna take your oh, I gotta get rid of Eternal Soul. Alright, first off, because I know that's Eternal Soul. No. Hey, that's all I have to say to that. No. I should just send it back to his hand. I'm not gonna do that. I'm going to take your Dark Magician. I will take your Dark Magician. And I will make something out of it. Say hello. Yes, accept death. Accept death. You cursed Dark Magician. You need to die and never return. Eat him, Skolgios. God, it still took an hour to show off the deck anyway. Because I took too long to explain. So yeah, that's essentially my Fossil Fusion. That's essentially my Triamid Fossil Fusion.